My dear friends, have you ever stood up from a chair and suddenly realized you needed to push harder with your hands than before? Or when climbing just a few steps, your legs felt weaker in a way that surprised you, and then a familiar thought appears. I just want to do things on my own. I don't want to become a burden to anyone. That feeling, the deep desire to stay independent, to stand up on your own, walk confidently, and handle the little tasks of daily life, is something so many people over 60 inches the US think about every single day. But today, I want to tell you something truly important. Your body can become strong again. No gym needed. No equipment needed. Just a few correct movements, done consistently, and your body can change in ways that will genuinely surprise you. In today's video, we'll go through 5 simple but incredibly effective exercises designed specifically for people over 60. They help you stand up more easily, walk more steadily, improve your balance, and most importantly, keep the independence you value so much. And before we begin, I'd like to ask one small favor. If this video helps you, please click the subscribe button. Every subscription is encouragement, connection, and friendship, and it's what allows me to continue creating daily exercises to help you stay strong and independent. Now, let's begin. As we enter our 60 seconds, something begins to change inside our bodies. Not suddenly, not loudly, but slowly, quietly, almost without us noticing. Movements that once felt effortless now demand a little more strength. Standing up from a chair takes an extra moment. Climbing a single step feels heavier than it used to. And sometimes, even turning in bed or getting up in the morning comes with stiffness we never had before. It's easy to think, maybe I'm just getting old. Maybe this is how it has to be. But I want you to hear this clearly. Your body is not giving up on you. Your muscles have simply been resting for too long. After 60, the muscles that help us stand, walk, balance, and stay independent, the thighs, the hips, the glutes, the core begin to weaken naturally because we use them less in the way they were designed. This weakness shows up in small but meaningful ways: difficulty standing up, wobbly balance, sore knees, tight hips, a stiff lower back. But here's the beautiful truth: these muscles can wake up again, at any age. Scientists at Harvard, Mayo Clinic, and the National Institute on Aging have proven that older adults can rebuild strength faster than most people expect. Not with heavy workouts, not with painful routines, but with gentle, functional movements that mimic real life. Your body still remembers how to move well. It simply needs the right reminders. And that is why the 5 simple movements we'll do today matter so much. They target the exact muscles that keep you independent, the muscles that help you stand tall, rise from a chair, move without fear, and live life on your own terms. Your strength is not gone. It is only waiting to return. Many people over 60 are surprised when they discover that just a few gentle movements can create such a big change. They often ask me, why does something so simple help me so much? And the answer is comforting. Your body responds best to what feels natural. Not heavy workouts, not complicated routines, but movements your body already understands. These 5 exercises are called functional movements because they mimic the exact motions you use in daily life: standing up, bending forward, stepping up, balancing, and pushing with your arms. When we practice these movements with intention, we aren't just exercising, we are retraining the body to do what it was made to do. Think of it like this: when we do sit to stand, we strengthen the muscles that help us rise from a chair. When we practice hip hinge, we protect the lower back and teach the hips to move correctly again. When we step up, we rebuild the power in our legs and knees, making every staircase feel easier. When we hold our balance on one leg, we reduce the risk of falls, one of the biggest fears for many older adults. When we do a gentle wall push-up, we strengthen the arms and shoulders that support us in dozens of daily tasks. And the wonderful part? The body, especially the aging body, loves these movements. It recognizes them, it remembers them, and because they are familiar, the body improves quickly, often within just a few weeks. People tell me all the time, I feel lighter. My back doesn't hurt as much. I stand up without thinking about it. I feel independent again. That is the power of moving the body the way it was meant to move. These aren't just exercises. They are steps toward freedom, confidence, and a stronger tomorrow. Our first movement is the foundation of independence: sit to stand. It may look simple, but it is one of the most powerful exercises for older adults. Every time you practice it, you are strengthening the very muscles that help you rise from a chair, get out of bed, step out of the car, and move freely through your home. Many people over 60 begin to struggle with this movement not because they are weak, but because the thighs, hips, and core have slowly lost their engagement. Sit to stand gently wakes up these muscles again. As you do this movement slowly, with control, your legs learn to support you better. Your balance improves, your knees feel lighter, and for many people, this exercise alone becomes the turning point, where standing up no longer feels like a challenge. I've heard countless stories from seniors who practice this daily. I no longer need to push off with my hands. I feel steadier when I get up. I can stand up in one smooth motion again. If you are doing this with me right now, I invite you to leave a comment saying, "I'm starting today." Your small message might encourage someone else who needs that extra bit of hope. This movement is simple, but it can truly change your daily life. Our second movement is the hip hinge, a gentle, powerful way to protect your lower back and restore the strength in your hips. Many people over 60 live with daily back stiffness or discomfort. But what most don't realize is that the back often hurts because the hips have stopped doing their job. The hips are meant to bend, support, and carry weight. When they weaken, the lower back takes over, and that's where the tension begins. The hip hinge teaches your body to move the way it was designed to. With each slow motion, the hips learn to fold naturally again. The glutes awaken. The back muscles relax instead of overworking. People who practice this movement often say things like, "My lower back feels looser. I can bend forward without fear. I feel supported from the hips instead of straining my spine." This exercise is not about bending deeply or fast. It's about reconnecting with the strongest muscles in your body, your hips and glutes. And as those muscles return to life, something beautiful happens. Standing, walking, lifting, and even simple household tasks begin to feel easier and safer. So as you follow along, imagine your hips taking the lead, moving smoothly and confidently. Your back deserves that relief, and this movement gives it exactly that. Our third movement is the step up, a simple motion that can make a remarkable difference in how confidently you move through the world. Think about how many times a day you step up onto something: a stair, a curb, a doorstep, even a small rise in the yard. When the legs weaken, these small steps suddenly feel big. But when the legs grow stronger, the world begins to feel open again. The step up is one of the best ways to rebuild that strength. It trains your thighs, your hips, and the muscles around your knees to work together smoothly, safely, and with control. Many seniors tell me that after practicing this movement regularly, they notice real changes. "I climb stairs without holding the rail. My knees feel steadier. I walk with more confidence." And the most touching comment I hear is often this: "I'm not afraid of falling when I step up anymore." That fear, so common, yet so unspoken, begins to fade when your legs remember their power. As you follow along, imagine each step making you more grounded, more stable, more secure. This is not just exercise. It is training your legs to support your independence, one small step at a time. Our fourth movement is the single leg balance, a quiet, simple exercise, yet one of the most important for staying independent as we age. Balance is something we don't think about until the moment it starts to fade. Maybe you've felt it already: a small wobble when turning around too quickly, a moment of uncertainty, stepping over a curb, or the gentle fear that rises when the body feels just a bit unsteady. These moments are not signs of failure. They are simply signals that the tiny stabilizing muscles in your legs, hips, and core have been asleep for too long. The single leg balance gently wakes them up. When you lift one foot even just an inch off the ground, those quiet little muscles begin working again. They react, they adjust, they strengthen, and with each second you hold the position, your body becomes better at protecting you. Many seniors who practice this movement daily share beautiful stories with me. "My steps feel more secure. I don't panic when I lose balance for a moment. I can walk in crowds again without holding someone's arm." This exercise isn't about standing perfectly still. The tiny shakes you feel, they are not weakness, they are progress. They show your muscles are learning, firing, adjusting, doing exactly what they are meant to do. Think of it like teaching your body to trust itself again. And the more you practice, the more that trust grows until one day, you realize you are moving with confidence you thought you lost. So as you balance with me now, breathe deeply. Feel your foot connecting to the ground. Feel your body responding with quiet strength. This small movement may seem simple, but it can change the way you walk, the way you stand, and the way you live. Our fifth and final movement is the wall push-up, a simple upper body exercise that brings strength back to the arms, shoulders, and chest. It may not seem connected to independence at first, but the truth is, these muscles support you in more ways than you realize. Think about all the times your arms help you each day. Pushing yourself up from a chair, steadying your body when you lose balance, opening a heavy door, lifting groceries, or catching yourself if you stumble. When the upper body weakens, these everyday tasks become harder. But when it grows stronger, even just a little life becomes easier, safer, and more comfortable. That is why the wall push-up is such a powerful movement. It is gentle on the wrists, safe for the shoulders, and perfect for older adults. Yet it builds steady, reliable strength. Many seniors tell me things like, "My arms don't shake as much when I get up. I feel stronger when I push myself from the bed. I don't worry about losing balance anymore." And one of my favorites, "I feel supported from the ground up." As you lean into the wall and press back, imagine your arms becoming dependable again, strong enough to help you rise, steady enough to help you balance, and confident enough to protect you in unexpected moments. This exercise is not about pushing hard. It's about reconnecting with the strength you already have inside you, strength that simply needs a little invitation to return. With this final movement, your whole body, legs, hips, core, balance, and upper body has been gently reawakened. You are building the foundation of independence, one movement at a time. Before we end today's routine, I want to invite you to pause for a moment and simply notice how your body feels. Take a slow breath in and let it out gently. Maybe your knees feel a little lighter. Maybe your back feels a bit more relaxed. Maybe your steps feel just a touch more steady. Or maybe the biggest change of all is the quiet confidence beginning to rise inside you. Because what you did today wasn't just exercise. It was an act of care, an act of strength, an act of choosing yourself. So many older adults tell me they feel discouraged when their body doesn't move like it used to. But I want you to remember something important. Improvement doesn't come from big, dramatic moments. It comes from small steps, repeated with love and patience. And that's exactly what you've done today. You moved with purpose. You breathed with intention. You gave your muscles a gentle reminder that they are still alive, still capable, still ready to support you. If you listen closely, you might even feel your body whispering back, "I'm waking up. I'm getting stronger. I'm here for you." And that is the beginning of transformation. These 5 movements may be simple, but they touch every part of your independence, your legs, your balance, your back, your confidence, and the way you move through your day. So as you rest for a moment, know this: you have already taken a meaningful step toward a stronger, steadier, more independent life. Hold on to that feeling, let it grow, and let it guide you into tomorrow. Before we finish today, I want to leave you with one simple reminder. You are stronger than you think. Not because of how high you lift your legs, not because of how steady you stand, but because you chose to show up today. Choosing to move, choosing to care for your body, choosing to believe that things can get better, that is real strength. Every time you practice these movements, you are building something far more important than muscle. You are building freedom. You are building confidence. You are building a life where you can keep doing the things you love on your own terms. If today's routine helped you feel even a little lighter, a little steadier, or simply a little more hopeful, I'd love for you to stay connected with me. Go ahead and tap the subscribe button. Not for me, but for you. So you can keep receiving gentle routines like this one, so you never feel alone in your journey, and so each new day brings another small step forward. And if you finish today's session, leave a comment below, something simple like, "I did it today." Your words might be exactly what someone else needs to see. Thank you for moving with me. Thank you for taking care of yourself. And remember, your independence is worth every gentle step you take.